Probably in 2025, we at Meta, as well as the other companies that are basically working on this, are going to have an AI that can effectively be a sort of mid-level engineer that you have at your company that can write code.
If you're not engaging AI actively and aggressively, you're doing it wrong. You're not going to lose your job to AI. You're going to lose your job to somebody who uses AI.
You've just heard it straight from the titans of the tech world. But here's the first question we have to ask. Are they warning us or selling to us? Some critics argue these statements are strategic. That fear sells. That if you're building the tool shouting, "The future is scary," is great marketing because you hold the solution. And maybe they're right, partially. But here's the paradox. Even if this is all marketing, the data still supports the warning. Even if you strip away every ounce of drama, what remains is this. AI is getting exponentially better, faster, cheaper, more integrated, and it's already begun to reshape the world around us. Not 10 years from now, not in some distant science fiction horizon. Right now, this is what the next 24 months look like. Let's begin not where it gets loud, but where it stays quiet. Because in 2024, AI didn't come crashing through the front doors. It just appeared. It showed up in your Google Docs, auto-completing thoughts. It joined your Slack workspace, summarizing threads. It slipped into your inbox, writing replies before you could. And nobody said anything, because it didn't fire you. It just offered your boss a silent alternative. Faster, cheaper, and always awake. This wasn't a dramatic takeover. It was a stealth operation. At first, it was one tool per task. ChatGPT helping you summarize long emails. GitHub Copilot writing the boring code for you. Canva's AI giving you post ideas. Grammarly rewriting your pitch with a better tone. But by mid-2024, something shifted. AI stopped being the tool. It became the workflow. And the numbers? They tell us exactly how big this is. Take the World Economic Forum's 2023 Future of Jobs report. They project 83 million jobs lost by 2027 due to AI and automation. Sure, 69 million new ones will be created, but here's the catch. Many of those will require skills we haven't trained people for yet. Now combine that with the IMF's 2024 Global Economic Outlook. They estimate that in advanced economies like the US, UK, Japan, 60% of jobs face exposure to AI automation. And it's not the factory floor anymore. It's the office, white-collar roles. And then there's the Stanford AI Index, 2024. It shows AI models improving faster than anyone expected. On standard tests for math, logic, and code, performance doubled in just 1 year. GPT-4 outperformed most college grads on the SATs. It even scored higher on parts of the bar exam. So no, this isn't sci-fi speculation. It's statistical fact. And what's wild? Most people didn't even realize the first wave had already hit. Because AI didn't steal your job outright. It started by stealing your time. A few minutes here, an hour there, until suddenly, one person could do the work of 5. Let's look at who got hit first. Junior developers, copywriters, virtual assistants, paralegals. These weren't obscure roles. They were entry points, the places you start, learn, grow. And as those vanished, so did the ladder they were built on. No first job, no foot in the door, no stepping stone. After that, AI moved up the chain. Operations, HR, data entry, customer support, financial analysis. And here's what's important. The AI doesn't submit a resume. It becomes the platform your manager already uses because it's cheaper and always available. And the forecasts are serious. According to Gartner, by the end of 2028, 75% of global enterprises will be using AI to handle frontline knowledge work, and not by hiring more staff, but by replacing them. So no, AI didn't roll into the lobby as a humanoid robot. It came in as a tab, an extension, an invisible assistant that never left. Let's take a moment to visualize just how fast this is moving. Remember AI video generators from 2023? They were impressive, but limited blurry frames, awkward motion, and robotic characters. Now compare that to Google's VO3 in 2025. A single text prompt delivers a full cinematic sequence with camera motion, ambient sound, natural lighting, even accurate emotion, and dialogue sync. In 2 years, we went from synthetic cartoons to near photorealistic short films, with sound effects and voice included. That's not just progress. That's an inflection point. And it's not just in video. By mid-2026, AI isn't just assisting workers. It's outperforming them in key competencies like reasoning across complex documents, extracting data from hundreds of pages instantly, running market simulations, writing, editing, designing, and testing at scale. And these aren't niche models. These are public-facing, enterprise-grade AIs. Claude Opus 4 isn't just a chat tool. It's capable of advanced legal drafting, rewriting UX flows for entire products, and summarizing dense regulatory documents with near-human precision, all in seconds. Devin, from Cognition, can build, test, and deploy software with only a prompt, no human developer needed. Meta's Llama agents, trained on business operations, simulate whole teams. Sales, HR, marketing, all managed by AI. According to Bain & Company's 2025 research titled "Widening Talent Gap Threatens Executives' AI Ambitions," business leaders are facing a growing mismatch between the speed of AI adoption and the availability of skilled talent, especially at the entry level. This widening gap is already disrupting hiring pipelines across tech, media, and finance sectors. Not hypothetical, not future tense. This is happening right now. What disappears first isn't jobs, it's opportunities. No internships, no entry-level roles, no on-ramps for the next generation. Instead of a career ladder, we now have a smooth wall. And for young workers trying to climb, it's a dead end. Let's pause the narrative and focus on what matters most. The numbers. According to OpenAI's GPT-4 technical report, model capabilities scale non-linearly with compute. This means a small increase in data and compute means a massive leap in performance. By 2025, the integration of AI into the workplace had reached a critical juncture. According to a McKinsey global survey conducted in July 2024, 78% of organizations reported using AI in at least one business function, a significant increase from 55% the previous year. The impact on employment was palpable. Goldman Sachs estimated that generative AI could expose the equivalent of 300 million full-time jobs to automation globally. Moreover, AI-driven systems were increasingly responsible for screening job applications, with over 38% of U.S. job applications in Q1 2025 being evaluated solely by AI without human oversight. This shift raised concerns about the future of entry-level positions. Anthropic's CEO Dario Amodei warned that AI could eliminate up to 50% of entry-level white-collar jobs, potentially raising unemployment rates to 10 to 20% within 5 years. Yet, amidst these challenges, there was a silver lining. The World Economic Forum projected that while 85 million jobs might be displaced by AI by 2025, 97 million new roles could emerge, particularly in AI development, data analysis, and tech management. However, these new roles often required specialized skills, leading to a growing emphasis on reskilling and upskilling the workforce. McKinsey estimated that by 2030, 14% of the global workforce, equating to 375 million workers, would need to switch occupational categories due to automation. As AI continued to evolve, so did its implications for the job market. The period from 2025 to 2026 marked a pivotal moment, a time when the balance between human labor and machine efficiency was being recalibrated, reshaping the future of work as we knew it. By now, it's clear. Resisting AI isn't the strategy. The world isn't going back. So the real question becomes, how do we stay ahead? Not theoretically, not in buzzwords, but practically, personally, professionally. What do we do? Step 1. Learn to work with the machine. According to LinkedIn's 2025 Future of Skills report, the most in-demand skills now combine AI literacy with human creativity, prompt engineering, workflow design with AI tools, critical thinking and judgment in AI-assisted decisions, emotional intelligence. We no longer need to memorize, we need to orchestrate. Knowing how to use tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Sora, and Notion AI in your own work, that's becoming the new form of digital fluency. Step 2. Reskill fast and smart. The World Economic Forum, 2025, estimates that over 1 billion people worldwide will need to reskill by 2030. That starts now. Thousands of reskilling platforms now offer AI-focused learning, many for free. Google, OpenAI, and Anthropic just released expert AI guides to the public at no cost. From prompt engineering to agent frameworks, helping millions understand how to use these tools across real-world workflows. And governments are catching on. Singapore, Germany, and the UAE are subsidizing adult AI literacy programs at scale. This isn't just tech training, it's economic self-defense. Step 3. Build what AI can't. Yet, what AI still struggles with. Deep empathy, long-form strategy, ethical judgment, cross-disciplinary storytelling, which means the most resilient roles, according to PwC and MIT, will be in education, creative strategy, complex negotiations, interpersonal healthcare, jobs where human presence, emotion, or trust still matter. These are your lifeboats. Step 4. Own your data, own your edge. If you can control your own workflow, your own audience, your own product pipeline, you're in a stronger position. AI will automate systems, but the ownership of value, the ability to build a brand, to understand your niche, to speak with authenticity, can't be prompted. Creators, solo entrepreneurs, freelancers who integrate AI without outsourcing their voice, they're thriving. We're seeing it already. One-person newsletters run by AI backends, YouTube channels with AI-edited content, coaches using GPT agents for research and prep. The difference isn't whether you use AI, it's how intentionally you use it. Step 5. Think bigger than employment. For decades, we tied our value to employment, but as AI challenges the structure of jobs, it opens space for new economies. Microfounders building apps with zero code, community teachers sharing live AI courses, local repair shops using AI diagnostics, journalists using LLMs to build niche subscription news. These aren't futuristic fantasies. They're the new middle class being born right now. Staying ahead isn't just about keeping your job. It's about redesigning your role, reclaiming your edge, and remembering, while AI may write the code, tell the story, or even mimic your voice, it still needs you to mean something. The future belongs to the ones who adapt early, think laterally, and act like owners. This isn't about surviving AI, it's about thriving with it. Let's ask a harder question now. Not just what AI can do, but who gets to use it? Because what's emerging isn't just a tech revolution, it's a cognitive divide, a new kind of class system, not based on wealth, but on access to intelligence. In 2025, access to advanced AI is no longer a luxury, it's a career multiplier. Top freelancers now run AI-augmented micro-agencies. One person using 3 models to do the work of 10. Students who know how to prompt, plan, and deploy with AI are outperforming their peers by entire semesters. PwC reports that workers trained on AI workflows are 31% more productive and 47% more likely to be promoted. This isn't just about jobs, it's about trajectory. But here's the other side. Over 2.6 billion people still lack reliable internet. Even among connected populations, AI literacy lags far behind. In parts of rural India, sub-Saharan Africa, and Latin America, students still use 2015 hardware running outdated browsers that can't load modern AI apps. Even in the US and EU, lower-income workers often don't have time or guidance to reskill, and AI tools still feel out of reach. This creates a cognitive underclass, people with the same potential, but none of the access. When automation hits unequally, a 2025 World Bank report warns that automation will hit middle-tier service jobs the hardest. Retail, transportation, clerical work, and customer service are already seeing declines, while high-income AI developers and low-wage manual workers survive longer. We're losing the middle. That means more polarization, more economic instability, more societal strain. In past eras, hard work could get you ahead. Internships led to jobs. Night school led to promotions. Now, Anthropic's CEO Dario Amodei warns that entry-level white-collar jobs may disappear entirely, replaced by AI systems that never had to intern. If you're not already in the room, you might never get in. This is the flattening of the future. The real danger isn't that AI gets too smart. It's that access to AI becomes just another privilege, that your future is no longer decided by where you were born, but by whether you can talk to the machine. And if we let that happen, we won't just have smart machines, we'll have dumb societies. We've walked through the numbers. We've seen what's been lost, and what might still be gained. So now comes the final question. What world are we choosing? Because yes, AI will keep improving. It will continue replacing, accelerating, disrupting. But how we use it, how we govern, adapt, educate, support, build, is still up to us. The next 24 months will define the next 24 years. We can make this an age of automation or augmentation, of loneliness or liberation, of collapse or reinvention. Will AI be something done to us, or something created by us, for us? That choice doesn't live in silicon. It lives in policy rooms, classrooms, community centers, coffee shops, and most of all in you. A warning and a window. Yes, the systems are behind. Yes, the ladder is gone. Yes, the data is alarming. But here's what the data doesn't capture. Hope. Hope doesn't come from algorithms. It comes from imagination, solidarity, deciding to learn, to lead, to lift others up. It comes from choosing not to run, but to redefine. What we build now is the blueprint. If we reskill equitably, AI becomes a ladder. If we regulate wisely, it becomes a shield. If we teach creatively, it becomes a canvas. If we collaborate boldly, it becomes an amplifier for every human potential we've only begun to unlock. So let the machines get smarter. Let them write code, paint portraits, balance ledgers, but let us stay human, curious, ethical, brave enough to steer, because the future isn't what AI does next. It's what we do now. If you've made it this far, thank you. You're one of the people who cares, who thinks beyond the headline, who sees both the risk and the responsibility. This documentary wasn't meant to scare. It was meant to wake us up, because the future isn't written yet, and that's exactly why we need minds like yours in the conversation. If this video gave you clarity or made you think differently, do one thing: subscribe, so we can keep building a smarter, more human future together. And if you know someone who needs to see this, share it before the next wave hits. We're not just watching history unfold, we're part of it.